Hey there, welcome back to the Daily Health Shift. I'm glad you're here. My name's Daniel, and as always, I want to help you feel just a little bit better today than you did yesterday. I want to start with a question that's way too real for way too many of us. When's the last time you had a truly great night's sleep? I'm not talking about collapsing into bed exhausted and waking up still tired. I mean the kind of sleep where you close your eyes and the next thing you know, it's morning and you actually feel rested. I'll be honest with you, for years, I didn't think that was even possible for me. Running this channel, chasing projects, staying up late editing videos, drinking coffee way too late, I had all the bad habits stacked up. And maybe you do too. But today we're going to talk about why sleep is so hard now. I'll share with you 3 simple shifts that have helped me personally, backed by real science, and some things you can start tonight that don't cost money, don't require fancy devices, and actually work. Let me take you back a few years. I was running on maybe 5-6 hours of sleep a night. I'd convinced myself I was fine because I was still getting work done. But then it caught up with me. One morning, I was recording a podcast episode mid-sentence, and my brain just blanked out. Total shutdown. That was my wake-up call. Pun totally intended. And it made me start asking, why is sleep so hard these days? Because I'm not the only one. There's an entire industry around sleep aids, sleep trackers, apps, pills, supplements. But why do we even need all that? Well, first off, screens. You've probably heard this before, but it's real. Blue light from your phone, your laptop, your TV suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to wind down. Back in the day when the sun went down, that was it. Darkness. Now we're scrolling TikTok until midnight, wondering why we can't fall asleep. Second, stress. Modern life doesn't shut off. Work emails at 10 p.m., notifications buzzing, our brains never get the signal to relax. We carry our to-do lists into bed with us, mentally running through tomorrow before our head even hits the pillow. Third, caffeine. Look, I love coffee, but drinking coffee at 4 p.m. and expecting to sleep well is like hitting the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. There's a guy named Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep. He says something that really stuck with me. Sleep is not optional. It's the foundation of your mental and physical health. And honestly, most of us treat it like an afterthought instead of the priority it really is. So that's the world we live in. Screens, stress, stimulants, and a culture that treats sleep like a luxury instead of a necessity. And we could dig even deeper into how this modern world has shaped our sleep patterns, right? Think about it. Before artificial light, humans used to follow the natural rhythms of the sun. When it got dark, that was it. You didn't sit up staring at glowing rectangles. You sat around a fire maybe, talked, and then went to sleep. And here we are, hundreds of years later, trying to outsmart biology. And it's not just about blue light. The content itself overstimulates us. Think about how your brain feels after watching a high-speed video game stream or a true crime documentary. That stuff gets your heart rate up. It's designed to... Your brain doesn't know it's not real danger. It's still triggering cortisol, adrenaline, all the things that keep you alert when you're supposed to be winding down. Let's talk about mental load for a second. Especially if you're a parent, a business owner, or just someone managing a lot of things. You go to bed, and instead of sleeping, your brain starts listing everything you forgot to do. Everything you have to do tomorrow. It's like your mind becomes a to-do list app the minute your head hits the pillow. And here's a curveball most people don't talk about. Social jet lag. That's when your sleep schedule gets thrown off because your weekday and weekend habits don't match. Monday through Friday, maybe you're disciplined. But Saturday night, you stay up late. Sunday, you sleep in. Suddenly, Monday feels brutal again. It's like you gave yourself jet lag without even leaving town. So when people ask why sleep feels harder now, it's not just one thing. It's all of it layered together. Artificial light, overstimulation, caffeine, stress, inconsistency. It's like our whole modern environment is designed to keep us awake. And I want to make this part super clear before we move into solutions. It's not your fault. You're not broken. You're not lazy because you can't fall asleep. You're not weak for feeling tired all the time. Your biology is clashing with your environment. And once you understand that, it gets a whole lot easier to stop blaming yourself and start making small changes that actually work. We're not trying to fight against our bodies. We're trying to work with them. That's the mindset shift that made everything click for me. And that's why the next part of today's episode matters so much. Now here's the part I really want you to lean in for. I'm not here to sell you a sleep tracker or a fancy weighted blanket. I'm here to tell you the 3 small shifts that changed my sleep and my life. And I promise they're simpler than you think. The first one is what I call the 30-minute rule. It's dead simple. Shut off all screens 30 minutes before bed. No exceptions. That means phone down, laptop closed, TV off. For me, it felt impossible at first, especially as a content creator. But what happened was, my brain actually started winding down. I'd read a physical book, journal a little, or just sit quietly. No blue light blasting my eyes. Within a week, I noticed it took me half the time to fall asleep. It wasn't magic. It was just removing the interference. The second shift is what I call the same time rule. Your body has something called a circadian rhythm. It's basically your internal clock, and that clock loves consistency. Going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, even on weekends. This was hard for me because weekends felt like cheat days. But once I stuck to it, even roughly within 30 minutes, my sleep felt deeper, less restless. It's like my body finally trusted me to keep a schedule. The third shift is maybe the hardest for some people, but it matters. I call it the bedroom equals sleep rule. That means your bedroom is for 2 things only: sleep and, adult activities. Not work, not Netflix, not scrolling your phone. Why? Because your brain learns associations. If your bed is where you also stress over work emails, it's no wonder you can't relax there. I know these sound almost too basic, but the thing is, basic works. And once you've got the basics locked in, everything else, supplements, sleep hacks, they're like bonus points, not the foundation. So now that you know these 3 shifts, how do you actually build a sleep routine that sticks? Here's what I recommend. Try a 3-night experiment. For just 3 nights, commit to those 3 rules. No screens 30 minutes before bed, same sleep schedule, and bedroom equals sleep only. Journal how you feel in the morning. Not just did I sleep, but also do you feel clearer, less anxious, more energized? For me, by night 3, I wasn't just falling asleep faster. I was waking up with actual morning energy. And that's saying a lot coming from someone who used to live on snooze buttons and extra espresso shots. I want you to remember something as you build this routine. Sleep is not about being lazy. It's not wasted time. It's recovery. Just like you wouldn't expect your phone to run on 1% battery all day, don't expect your mind and body to operate on broken sleep. Alright friends, that's it for today's episode. If any of this resonated with you, if you're gonna try one of these sleep shifts tonight, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and share this with someone who's always tired. Trust me, we all know that one person. Next week on the Daily Health Shift, we're diving into morning energy hacks that don't involve chugging 3 cups of coffee. I'll see you then. Sleep well, friends.